technology obviously ties into it. Like, do you guys know anyone who? Do you guys drive stick shift? You do, right?
Yes.
Stick shift.
Yep.
Do you know anyone who drives stick shift? That is dying off.
Yeah,
I don't know
horribly.
if you noticed.
Yeah, I tried to shop for manuals not too long ago. And I was
I
like,
had
Yeah,
like it's all BMWs.
It's going to be a point to where not a lot of people drive stick shifting.
I had an ex back in 2017, 2018, and he had a stick shift Toyota Tacoma. But that's the last person I think of that
had one.
Yeah.
I think my dad. He knew how to drive one. What are you guys doing?
I had the Cobalt. It got totaled, and then I bought the Hyundai, and I'm just like, I mean, I'm not upset with the Hyundai. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely adore it. It's been $3,300. It'll last me 2 years.
Is that what you have right now?
Yeah.
Is it stick shift?
No, I wish it was.
Oh, okay.
But apparently they did make that model in a stick shift. But it's like, after the Cobalt, I just kind of got used to driving an automatic, which I never really got used to.
Sure.
I still prefer a manual, no matter how much I look at it. Like, just the interconnectivity between you driving and the car, how it obeys. I prefer a manual. But living in St. Louis, dealing with that traffic, that manual is I hate it because, you're going from first to second.
Stopping.
First
constantly.
to second on a good day. And you're stuck on first on 70 on a bad day. And
no, just the dying traditions. It's nuts what's going to eventually die out because of technology.
I could not drive a 13-speed to save my life.
What's that?
Semi-truck.
A semi-truck? Oh,
yeah,
I got you.
But I hated the automatics. Dude, the fucking automatics, every time they want to shift, because I was always in the lot doing, 10 to 15, so really low mileage. So it always wanted to shift. And it's like whenever you got a trailer loaded on there and it decides to shift and downshift whenever you don't expect it to.
Are all semis like that?
Rough.
Or is there automatic semis?
Yeah, there's automatics.
Really?
I actually preferred the automatics put in a manumatic mode where I had to manually shift the gears because I could actually adjust when it shifted. Because that's what I preferred because...
Bro, my car does weird stuff. Like the automatic, like... it's got some weird transmission and how it works or something, and it just the way the computer decides when it's time to shift.
Yeah. So one thing that's stupid is a lot of these new cars learn how you drive. So if you normally, like me, I normally drive kind of like a grandma because I don't want to wear my shit out. I'm just trying to, But whenever it comes to pulling out and then someone starts coming to my right, just pulling out of here, it's like, oh fuck, I gotta get up to 55 quick.
I hate
65
pulling out
quick. Yeah, so it's like I gotta gun it, but my car's like, oh, you don't normally do that, so I'm just gonna pussyfoot. I'm like, no, motherfucker.
Oh yeah,
I need you to
and
go.
then you're rocking 7,000 RPM for a solid 4 seconds before it actually kicks the shift over.
Luckily, mine does not do that. No, mine does
shift,
scares me. But it still goes up to 6,000. I'm like, can you fucking shift before? I want to slap it into the shift mode and then just slap it up, but I don't ever think about that. I just pull out of the driveway and I'm like, fuck, someone's coming.
I hate your driveway, dude.
Dude, I do too.
I like it at night because headlights you can see from far away. At daytime, I have to roll down the windows and listen.
Yep, same here. Yeah,
that's like Elton Hill, bro. Elton Hill, love it at night. Hate it during the day. Dude,
it's terrible.
I hate it both.
I just don't
I drive that every day. Well, 5 days a week. And I hate it.
Man.
I'm so sorry.
You want to know some shit that I thought was bullshit?
Sure.
So, I had that Cobalt, right? And I was learning how to drive a stick shift. So my grandpa's like, yeah, we're going to go to Alton and learn how to do a hill start.
Uh-oh.
I had to learn this the hard way. Hold on. It's either 7th Street or 5th Street.
Oh, this is the teaching the kid how to swim by throwing him in the pond, right?
Bro.
Is that what you're talking about right now?
I never did learn how to swim.
You can't swim? You got to throw you in the pond, Randy. I'm sorry. You got to go throw you in the pond, man.
Hey, Randy, you want to go floating?
Hey, we did go floating, though. That was fun.
Oh, bro, I love floating. I appreciate you taking me on that trip. That was awesome.
Oh, we need to.
See, we'll have to go again.
3 times this summer. I swear to God, every time.
That's what can happen when you learn how to swim. You float, buddy.
So, all right.
It's
true.
Just don't fight it.
Just don't fight it. Breathe in the water, Randy.
I did that once. Destin had to pull my ass out of water. But, so, he took me to 7th Street in Alton.
Okay.
And it is the steepest hill in the United States. Like the steepest street in the United States.
Is this around here?
No, it's in just north of St. Louis on the Illinois side.
Oh, okay. We're talking about. Okay.
So I didn't know this until I actually looked it up. It popped up on my fucking For You page. Oh, this is the steepest hill. And I was like, motherfucker. I learned how to hill start on that motherfucker.
I don't know what a hill start is. Will you tell me?
When you're in a manual and you come off the clutch, you start rolling backwards.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he taught me how to use the e-brake for that moment, and I was like, of all the places in the United States, he had to teach me on the steepest fucking grade possible.
Well, yeah, because it makes everything easier after that.
And I'll be honest with you, yes, it did.
Right there.
I mean, dude, I love that car because I knew how to control it so well.
Oh, yeah, you learn your car. Yeah, the car doesn't need to learn us.
Thank you.
It's we that need to learn the car. That's why I'm right there with you with those. Like, the car doesn't need to learn how I work. If I'm using a car, I should learn how that thing works.
Yeah, like whenever I put that pedal to the metal, it should not sit there and be like, oh, well, you don't normally drive like this. No, motherfucker, I know what pedal to the metal means. I know what it feels like, and it needs to go fast. Quickly.
I mean, I'm going to quote that. We don't need to learn the car. The car don't need to learn us. We need to learn the car.
We're making our own hate comments.
4-cylinder. Yeah, my 4-cylinder sucks dick, dude. That thing don't have any ass to it whatsoever. The Cobalt didn't either.
See, mine does. This 2021 I got, the 4-cylinder. Yeah. It's like I was kind of sad that it was 4, but...
Is that an automatic?
Yeah.
It is? We're basically...
Everything's automatic now.
That's what we're talking about. We're talking about just dying traditions, how like Halloween... But we also brought up the fact that, like, a lot of people don't know stick shift anymore.
Oh, yeah, no. I never got...
off.
I understand the principle and how it works because I've looked into it.
Yeah.
But I never, like, actually got to put it to practice.
Yeah, same here. Like, I think I practiced a couple times and killed the engine so many times. But now that I'm older, I'm all like, I think I need to learn now because I kind of I get the gesture of, hey, when it hits here, because I learned when I started driving, and I was already a bad driver at the time. When I started, and then they threw me in on stick shift. So I was all like, okay, automatic's going to be a lot easier. So now that I'm an experienced driver, I kind of have like okay, you need to do this at the same time as doing this. Like, you know.
The main thing with stick shift is you have to understand the clutch. Like the gearing system's pretty obvious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
But the clutch.
Well, 1, 2,
3, 4, 5.
3, 4, 5. Okay, just make sure.
But anyway, like
I don't get ahead of myself.
So I can count.
He doesn't know how to count to 5.
Every manual that I've been in, once you start, like you can come off the clutch relatively quickly, but you have a point where the clutch starts to grab the clutch plate.
Okay.
And once it starts to grab the clutch plate, you have to either give it gas or allow the vehicle to move. Because if the vehicle can move, like if you hit the catch point and then just ride it, the vehicle's going to start moving. The engine's going to drop in RPM, but it won't stall. So you have to give it gas. So it took me so long to figure out that clutch grab point, but once you get it and understand that, like hitting the gas just before then and then coming off of that, and you just keep it around I kept mine about 2,000 RPM. That's power band on like 2.2, but some vehicles are different. Like diesels, you got to keep it way lower. I hate driving diesels because
the gas pedal controls the amount of fuel that goes into the engine, and so when you have something that's trying to fix you, then it's never going to be like super solid. Whereas if you try to fix yourself to it, then it's easier because it's a standard. That's the point. It's the standard. I have to learn how to work this because it's not going to change for me.
Yeah, exactly. Like it is entirely up to you how that vehicle
But
operates.
if you're trying to fix something that's trying to fix itself, it's changing 2 variables at a time. You'll never find the answer that way.
Yeah. Because you
have to change as few variables as possible. And if some people just can't bring their head to wrap around this, you don't change everything to fit them. You know, they can seek their thing to do that, but when everything becomes that's when you start to see the problems and it to not be fun.
Yeah.